live from Tennessee State University, I am Kennedy Wright, and today's story is not as newsy as normal. She's from the Magic City, Birmingham, Alabama, a junior at TSU, and aspiring to be a sports broadcaster. Well, that's enough for me today. I have in the studio with us, Kennedy Wright.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, the floor is yours. Tell the folks back at home a little bit more about yourself. Well, I'm a former volleyball player of 7 years. Now I coach here in Nashville at Maplewood High School. My love for the game combined with journalism made me even want to become a sports broadcaster. I feel like because I'm a former athlete, I have a different perspective on and off the court and on and off the field. I'm able to relate to the athletes better. I come from a single-parent household where I'm the only child, and so sports was always there for me, and it honestly throws people for a loop considering I'm so sociable. And I believe my curiosity about all things media allows me to take full advantage of every opportunity I'm afforded, from asking questions in post-game conferences to asking directors what the different buttons are in the control room. I like to think of myself as the ultimate sponge. Wow, I love how passionately you talk about your work. So I hear you have a social media account called Backstage Ken, where you've built quite the fan base. Tell us a little bit more. Yes, you found my page. I simply like to give viewers a sneak peek of my journey and a behind-the-scenes look of how a newsroom operates. This started off just for fun, and then it kind of turned into like a portfolio. So I've been able to actually gain positions of leadership on my campus simply from posting my work. Oh, like what? Well, I am the NAACP Chair for Communications and Public Relations, WKRN Intern, NBC Universal Academy Fellow, and prayerfully a Jovita Scholarship recipient. Speaking of Ms. Moore, did you ever get the chance to watch her? Great question. So while I never got a chance to watch her anchor live, I did go on her social media platforms and I did watch a couple of shows, and I loved all the great things that people said about her. From going wherever a story had to be told, even if that means Egypt, to being active in her community and being not only a coworker, but like an extension of family. And not only do I want to achieve half of what she accomplished in her professional career, but also doing the personal work in people's lives, impacting them in a positive way. I applaud her for sharing her story and putting the people first. That is the type of woman I aspire to be in the world of journalism. Beautifully said, Kennedy. And how can the scholarship that you're applying for help with these aspirations? Scholarship will help alleviate any added stresses of figuring out how I can continue my college education debt-free, which is a big deal considering journalists don't make a lot coming out of college. That combined with me never having a paid internship, so that means travel and gas is on me, can be a lot on a single-parent household, making it seem nearly impossible to pay for that and tuition. Well, Kennedy, thank you so much for joining us on the show, and we wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for having me.